Leviticus 4, the sin offering. After teaching about offerings for worship and thanksgiving, the Lord explained another important offering. This one was for when someone sinned without meaning to. Then God spoke to Moses.
Speak to the Israelites and say, when anyone sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, this is what must be done.
God explained that different offerings were required depending on who had sinned. If the high priest sinned, he was to bring a young bull without defect as a sin offering. The priest would place his hand on the bull's head before it was sacrificed. The blood would be taken inside the tabernacle and sprinkled before the Lord. Some of the blood would also be placed on the horns of the altar. The rest would be poured out at the base of the altar outside. Parts of the animal would be burned on the altar, but the rest would be taken outside the camp and burned there. If the whole community of Israel sinned without realizing it, the leaders would bring a young bull as a sin offering for the people. The same steps would be followed so that the people could receive forgiveness. If a leader sinned, he was to bring a male goat without defect. If an ordinary person sinned, they could bring a female goat or lamb. In every case, the person would place their hand on the animal before it was sacrificed. The priest would make atonement for them, and they would be forgiven. Through these offerings, God was teaching his people something very important. Sin separated people from him, but he provided a way for forgiveness. The sin offering reminded the Israelites that even mistakes mattered, but God was willing to forgive when they came to him in the right way. Lesson for kids. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes we even do wrong without realizing it. But God cares about our hearts and wants us to turn back to him. When we admit our mistakes and ask for forgiveness, God is ready to forgive and help us grow. The end.